Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of Same Page Different Books. I'm Josh.
And I'm Tyler.
And today we're going to be talking about things that just don't make sense. So, why do we do certain things that make no sense? First one is, why do people, reread messages before sending them?
I feel like that kind of makes sense. Like if you're like typing out a message really quickly, you're just checking for spelling errors? Or is that not the heart of the question?
I mean, it could be. It could be whatever you want it to be.
I don't. I mean, I don't know how often my text messages have spelling errors in them, and I think too, like, we've kind of discussed this in the past, that like texting should not be your primary form of communication. It should be meant to like, quickly catch up and send like a, I got home text, or I'm doing fine text, or like hey, let's meet here at this time type of thing. So I guess in that case, just like double checking that the information is correct would be the only reason. But I don't know. I don't know that, like, are there people that like obsess over every text message they send and make sure that the wording is correct and everything?
Some people do. I won't name drop, but I know a couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think you're only rereading it if like you said, like spelling errors and all that. Right. But for me, I'm not rereading it anymore. I send it and I say what I think, so I just send it out. I do text the same way. The only time I'm rereading it, seeing if I did anything wrong or said something wrong, is if like, it doesn't happen often, but let's say like those short amount of times in the past and even present, if somebody sends you a bunch of stuff and you're just like sending them a book back or a paragraph back, you want to make sure you cover all your bases. That's the only time I'm rereading it, to make sure I cover it all, but I'm not rereading it. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. Next, why do we check our phones with no notifications?
I mean, like deep down, it's like an addiction thing, right?
Yeah,
we're all addicted to our phones. Our phones are made for us to become addicted to them. So like that little dopamine hit that you get every time you get a notification from a text or a snap or IG or whatever your drug of choice is on your phone, it's hard not to, and then your brain is like looking for it. So when you don't get anything, it's like, well, maybe we did.
Maybe we
just
did
check real
something.
quick. Let me check. But yeah, I mean, just addiction, I think.
Yeah, it is an addiction. But I think, like, sometimes it's intuition. Like, I know it's about to hit before it comes. And I would like to say at least 50% of the time I'm right, but sometimes it's like some robocaller trying to sell me something. But I think also, I'll just go on my phone just to check. Because, like, maybe I'm in an uncomfortable situation and I don't feel like talking. Or, like, it's just a dry spell in the conversation and I don't want to just sit in silence. I'm just like, might as well check my phone. I'll just see if my bet hit. What's going on?
I will say that's probably the other part of it, is like our whole lives are on our phones, right? Like your betting app, your email, your phone number, your X, Y, and Z, like everything that you need is on there. I remember I saw like a TikTok or something or an IG reel, and this girl was like, I hate that everything is on my phone. My phone is at 10% and I need to keep it alive because my airplane ticket is there and I can't get into the airport, but I don't want to just sit here and charge it because I need to do other things. And so like, you kind of expect that, like, if there's a lull in your day, like, what's going to solve it? My phone. I can find something that's important in my life on my phone.
100%. You need it.
Exactly.
So maybe it's not a bad thing.
It's not great. You think it's not a bad thing?
I mean,
I wish I wasn't so.
I think it's convenient having all the things you need in one place.
Yeah.
It's sad,
but I don't know that we use it in a beneficial way.
Speak for yourself. I use it beneficially. Next, why do people say I'm fine when they're clearly not? Ooh, I'm about to get riled up for this one. Go ahead.
I think that it's probably a combination of two things.
Okay.
One, like, and I won't speak to other countries because I don't know all the social norms, but certainly in America, the social norm is to, like, not, like, when somebody asks you, like, how you're doing, or, hey, how's up, are you having a good day? like, the norm is to not, like, actually go into depth about how you're actually feeling. It's just to say, oh, I'm good, you know, and it'd be, like, to reciprocate the generosity of them asking you with a very easy and pleasant response. So I think that's part of it, of, like, just social norms of, like, don't get really deep into, like, how you're actually feeling. Just kind of, it's all surface level stuff. Just say you're fine and move on. Mm-hmm. And then I think the second thing is, like, you kind of have to be comfortable with someone in order to expand and open up. And so sometimes, like, maybe you're just not in the mood to share, and it's just easier to say, like, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Or maybe the person asking you is the one you're upset with, and you don't want to get into it. So, like, better to just say, I'm fine, than say something that you might regret later on. But I do agree that I'm fine is probably used way too often. And there are often times where someone is genuinely concerned for you and wants to have that conversation, and, like, you're denying both yourself the satisfaction of getting it off your chest and the satisfaction of helping you out by just saying, like, I'm fine, I'm moving past it. But I would say it's probably more of a guy thing to just say, I'm fine, and shove the emotions down and then keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. I feel like when a girl says I'm fine, that's just like that's just the go word. That's the word for you to start the race and re-ask her what's wrong so that you can actually get into
that's
it.
That's exactly what I was going to get into.
Women don't want to respond to the first one. They just they want you to know that you really want to know how they're doing. Which I guess asking once is not enough.
It's not enough. It's never enough. But I agree with most of what you said. I think when someone says I'm fine, it's either like an easy thing or way to get out of not sharing how you really feel, because you don't want to really go in depth. Maybe you're not comfortable, like you said. But I think it's a word or just a phrase people say just so you can, like, work on letting go of whatever's bothering you. Like, if somebody pisses me off, they're like, are you okay? I'm fine. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to let it go. Or, like, either I'm bothered by it and I'm trying to let it go, or I just don't want to think about it anymore. Or I'm not in the space, like I said, not that comfortable, like you mentioned. But I think sometimes it's a sign and a signal to see if people care. But primarily, I think a certain demographic does that, where they'll say, I'm fine.
You're going to say that?
Women, where they'll just say, oh, I'm fine, but they're really not fine. Like, it bothers me if I ask you, are you okay? Or what's wrong? And you just say, I'm fine. And I'm just like, okay, because I'm going to believe what you said. I'm not going to beg. And I feel like they say I'm fine, and then I can see the reaction. They're clearly not. After like 10, 15 minutes, I'll be like, what's going on?
Right.
And then, like, I finally get a response. Why couldn't you tell me the first time? Why do I have to ask 2, 3, 4,000 times? It doesn't make sense. And I understand, like, the point is trying to see, like, they really care or that I'm really interested or whatever. But still, like, why?
I asked you to begin with. Of course I'm interested.
Like, I wouldn't be giving my time and spending time with you if I wasn't interested or cared. So why not answer and we could solve it? But it's really not that deep. It never is that deep.
It's fine.
It's fine. Actually, it's fine. Next. Why do we avoid things we know are good for us?
Ugh. That feels like
it's a simple answer.
Personally called out.
It's simple.
Because
it's a simple answer.
Because we're more okay with comfortable and consistent pain than we are with unknown pleasure.
Real. Way to make it deeper. But yeah. I agree.
Our brains would much rather us be in a cycle where we have a consistent mood and understanding of what's going to happen, even if that mood is negative and unhappy, than pushing ourselves to do things that are uncomfortable and that will potentially be beneficial for us because it's something new and we're scared of new and change.
I mean, simple answer, it's hard. That's why we avoid things that are good for us. It's hard. Like, waking up to go to the gym, it's hard to do that. Eating some vegetables when you're a little kid, they don't taste as good as the sweets, it's hard. So, usually, like, the best things that are for you or for the future you want are on the opposite side of doing something that's hard.
Right.
And, I mean, comfort's a great thing, but it kind of kills your dreams. I mean, I think I read or saw or heard something, don't know where I got it from. Somebody said that, like, you have to kind of do things scared because you're never going to do something confidently if you think about it, or something new. Like, if, like for me, I've gone ice skating once. And I've gone snowboarding once. The first time doing both of those, I was terrified. I did not have any type of confidence. But now that I've done it, like, I have a little bit more comfort and a little bit more confidence to do it again. And I want to do them again because I like being good at things. But if I felt like the highest level of confidence, like, oh, I can do it, like, that's just unrealistic. You're just, like, lying to yourself, which is a good thing to get yourself there. But sometimes you just have to realize that motivation only takes you so far, and discipline is what is kind of needed. So good things, or things that are good for us, are hard. Eventually they'll get easier, hopefully, for all of us. Fingers crossed, all those listening. And last but not least, what's something you do that you know makes no sense? I can list up a bunch of things.
What's something that I do that I know makes no sense? Probably, like, and I do this a lot, but, like, if I get done with something, right, whatever that is, like, let's say I take my dog for a walk, right, something small like that, and I know I have to do X, Y, and Z after. I have to check my emails, and I gotta make some food, whatever. I have such a bad habit of, like, just sitting down and being like, all right, I'm just gonna sit for 5 minutes and just like scroll a couple reels, and then I'll go do my thing. And then it's always like, 30 minutes, an hour later, and I'm like, wow, I'm still sitting here. And now I actually have zero desire to do any of the other things that I was planning on doing. So, like, that, like, lying to yourself, like, it'll just be 5 minutes, and no worries, you can get through it. And every time it's not 5 minutes, and it's like, I know going into it, I'm gonna sit there for an hour, and yet somehow I still convince myself that this time will be the time that I only spend 5 minutes on my phone.
Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. Some of the things I do that make no sense, I'm trying to work on it, but it's hard to break these habits. Like, but before I leave my room at any time, if there's trash in there, or, like, it starts to fill up over it, I have to take it out.
I think that makes sense.
No, but it's like a little trash. So I'm basically
like, it's like one wrapper.
It's like, yeah. So I'm basically like, not like one wrapper. It's like I have a little trash can. Yeah. So, like, I will, like, take it out damn near every day. And it's just, I have to do it. I cannot just, like, if I'm in a rush, I have to take it out before. Another thing, when I go to the gym, or before I do anything, I kind of have to go to the gym. And if I don't go to the gym to start off my day, it's instantly just not a very good day. Like, when I've had to go into the school, or, like, to sub, or, like, I'm the student and I'm taking a class, if I don't go to the gym before, like, any of that happens, I'm not gonna pay attention. I'm not gonna really be in it. Like, my day just not as good. Another thing, and this will be the last one, because this one's about to be a little too personal. Like, because of a tendency from Syracuse, like, I'll start before we even get to the event, if that makes sense. And at first it was like, oh, we're just saving money. But now it's like a still thing where it's just like, I'm not saving money. I mean, kind of, but kind of don't need to as much as back then. Right. So what am I doing? And then I end up being a little more excited and joyful when I get there now. But it makes no sense. Yes, liquefied. Doesn't make sense, but makes sense to me.
We should make that a trend. Liquefied.
I like that. We'll make that a thing.
Wow. No, that's fair. That makes sense. The trash one, I think, makes sense. Like, small trash cans fill up quick.
But see, it'd be different if it's like, oh, it's filled up, I gotta take it out.
Right.
And it's like, random. But, like, for me, it's like, it doesn't matter if I'm running late to something. I'm in a rush.
You have to take
all
the
the time in the
out.
world. I just don't like a dirty space. I can't. I'm just like, nah, it's gotta go. Like, granted, like, excuse me, if it was a bigger trash can and, like, it was closed, it's no big deal. I can't see it. But it's probably because there's, like, a top and there's an opening, and I can see it poking out. I'm just like, nah, bro, this is dirty. Even the rest of the space could be so clean, but just because I have one area, I can't live in filth. What am I, an animal? Nah, gotta go. But these are things that don't make sense, but make sense to us. And I'm sure you guys have other things that make sense to you that the rest of the world will be like, what's wrong with you? But I hope you never change unless it's unhealthy and then you figure it out. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.